Hello everybody, welcome to the 7th chord in our major chord series. The last chord of the major chords that I'm going to be teaching you is B major. This is probably, at least on the guitar, the least used chord of all the chords. Most guitar players don't use B major because it's actually quite hard to play, reason number one. Reason number two is it's not really a chord that you'll find in any of the major chords that people usually play in. So a B major is going to be a 4 chord in the key of F sharp, which would be this. So people don't really play an F sharp on the guitar, so you're not really going to go and play B major here. People do play in E, and when they play in E, they don't normally do the difficult kind of B major that I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a couple different versions of it actually. I'll show you the difficult one, and then I'll show you an easier one that you can use more often and in more places. So, without further ado, here is the B major chord. So in order to play the B major, you take your first finger, place it on the 2nd fret, 1, 2, and on the 5th string, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so, just right in the middle. Then you take your 3rd finger and you're going to place it on the 4th fret and put the tip on the 4th string. So you place your fingertip on the 4th string like this, if you can see, and then you lay it down over the 3rd and 2nd strings, as you can see here. So that will give you the basic shape for this B major chord here. And then you also want to make sure that your first finger is pressing down on the high E string, that is the 1st string on the 2nd fret. So if you are doing these things, first finger, let's see, the blinds are a little bit blinding. Let's see if I can dim them a hint. Okay, so if you place your first finger on the 2nd fret, 5th string, and lay it all the way down, and do that 3rd finger on the 4th fret, 4th string, lay it over the 3rd and 2nd, you should have all the ingredients for a B major chord, and it'll sound like this. You'll also notice that I muted the low E. So I didn't play it. I muted it with the tip of my first finger here by keeping my first finger on the 2nd fret, 5th string, and just barely touching the low E. So here we have it again. And that, let's see if I can lock this here to get rid of that glare. And there you are. You have a B major chord. So you're probably never, well not never, but you're rarely ever going to play B major like that. It's very difficult, especially for a beginning guitar player, to play a barred chord with a bar on 3 strings with your 3rd finger. You don't really have the dexterity for it, and I don't think that you're ever going to play that, at least in the first year of your guitar playing. Maybe in the last 3 months, but it's really not a chord that's going to show up for you very often. One version of the B major that you may end up playing, and it's kind of like a power chord type of B major, is this. So you're going to take your first finger, 2nd fret, 5th string, 3rd finger, 4th fret, 4th string, so similar to the first version. However, you're not going to be laying any fingers down. They're going to be up in the claw position like the other chords. Then you take your pinky, place it on the 4th fret, 3rd string. And you're still muting the low E, and if you do it correctly, like this, with your fingertips in place, not laying your fingers down, and you play just this formation, you should have a nice B major that you can use. It's a variation of the B major, and you can use it when you're playing an E. And it'll sound like this. So if I'm playing an E and I want to go to a 5 chord, which is what B is in the key of E, you have E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, right? So you have and there you have it. You can go to E, go to B, go to E. And so one more variation on this B, because we learned the F sharp, or not the F sharp, sorry. We learned the F major, and the F major is a shape that you can move around. And it just so happens that you can move it around into a position in which you can play a really nice B major chord. So if you know F, or if you don't know F, go watch the video that I made for the F chord. It's really good. And bring that shape back here to 6 minutes and some seconds, depending on how I edit it, in this video. And you will take that shape and you'll place the F shape on the 7th fret. And when you do that, you will also have a B major chord, and it looks like this. So first finger laying over the whole of the 7th fret, second finger on the 8th fret, 3rd string, like so. Third finger, 9th fret, 5th string, pinky, 9th fret, 4th string, like this. And then you have a really pretty B major chord. So I taught you 7 major chords. That's the first leg of the series. There are going to be 3 of them. The next leg is going to be minor chords, and the one after that will be 7 chords. So like D7, G7, A7, C7, stuff like that. So experiment with your B major. Try to play it in some chords that are in the key of E. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and keep playing.